Hi there, my name is Tim Key, and I'm one of the editors on the Illumination publication on the Medium platform. And today I'm going to take you on a behind the scenes tour of what the volunteer editors, the process we go through when we're publishing your stories in the Illumination publication on Medium. If you're not familiar with Medium, I have my home screen here on the page. It's a written content platform. Pretty much anyone could open up a profile and start writing and publish on the platform. Then it's further segregated down into what they call publications. Medium has several of their own publications listed across the top, and you'll see in several articles they've been published to publications on the Medium platform. The one we're interested in is Illumination. You can see that one right here. So while there are thousands of publications on Medium, what sets Illumination apart is the fact that it's just really been growing so rapidly, and so it's so inclusive. So right now we have over 13,000 subscribers and probably over 1,000 writers, but those figures really are kind of irrelevant because they will change by the time you see this video, and it probably be significantly higher. So as promised, we're going to take a kind of behind the scenes look at publishing a story in the Illumination publication. So I click over to this tab. I already have a story that's in draft form in my profile here, all ready to go. You can see I have one draft. I have a bunch of published already. So this is one we're going to get ready to go. So we will open that one up. I've already written everything. I've included the pictures. I've proofread and edited. I'm ready to go. So I have two options. I can publish it on my own. And you can see I added my tag. So I'm ready to go. So if I hit the publish now, it goes out and is published on Medium, but not in a publication. Or I can leave it in draft form. That's what we're going to do. We'll leave this in draft form. And then I'm going to go up here and I'm going to add it to the publication. So I have several that I can publish in, and we're going to put it in Illumination. And so I'm going to add the draft right there, and that whisks off. So while it stays in my draft queue, it also is now added to the Illumination draft queue. So I'm just going to refresh this screen. So this is the main page of Illumination. This is the stuff that's already been published. So there, and then you can see whenever I'm in Illumination or on a story that is in the publication, I get this second menu button over here. So my personal menu has options, and then so does this one, since I'm an editor here. So most of these are used by the owner to set up the layout that you see on the screen here, and manage followers and things. So the one as an editor that I most use is this one, stories here. So we click on stories, and we can see that my story that I just added to the publication has been added here, and it's at the top of the list because it is the most recent one added. So that means that if we scroll down to the bottom of the list, that is the one added most distant away in time. I'm not sure when that is, probably within the last hour or so, because we tend to roll through these pretty quickly. So, and the other thing you can notice here, I'm just going to do a quick screenshot, and we'll look at this, just so I can get an arrow and show you. So you'll see that the one I put in there in draft says draft right there, and this other one that's been in there, that was published today, or rather yesterday, sorry, but it hasn't been added to the publication yet. So this one's published, this one's in draft, and that's the difference between the articles there. So my approach to this, typically when I get in the queue to publish, is I want to go to the ones that have been in there the longest. So I scroll down to the bottom, and we're just going to click on this and get ready to publish. So first thing I look at, well, actually the very first thing I look at is I look to see if another editor has added a note, and that's the case here. Looks like Anne has noticed that this story does not have any captions on the photo, and has asked the writer to do that via this private note, and added in a link that kind of explains why that is. And the reason why is that Medium wants to guarantee that the writer has the license to use the photo. And the only way we can tell as a publication if you have that license to use the photo is if you caption it down below here and tell us. So that's what we're asking this writer to do. Generally, I would just skip on to the next article, but let's just roll through this one and take a look. So beyond looking at the make sure we have a title and a picture that's captioned properly, I tend to just kind of scroll through and skim the article, looking for format, any sort of spelling errors, any grammar stuff that sticks out. I really kind of skim. I'll read a little bit just to make sure that it seems like it's got some flow and it's not touching on controversial topics that we might not publish in the publication. That's definitely not the case here. This looks like a great article about meditation and writing, and so that's right on topic. So I'll just scroll through. The editor will help me out with any potentially misspelled words, but you can see this is a phrase that's in quotes, and so that's not really a misspelling. It'll also notice the European use of English, and will mark that as a spelling error when it really isn't. So as editor, you just kind of filter those. So just kind of scroll down. Great format in this article is very short paragraphs, very easy to read. Looks like it has a good flow to it. So I don't see anything. This, just another phrase that we're not gonna correct because that's probably exactly what the author wanted. So it looks good, except for the photo caption. So we're gonna leave that one alone until it gets captions, and we'll pop back out. So then I'll just go up, and typically I look for ones that are in draft if I'm short on time, because that means that they haven't been published at all on Illuminate, or on the Medium platform. So, but like this one was actually published way back in December, and the author is just trying to add it to the Illumination publication. And that's fine, but the author should know that when you do, this doesn't pop up on the Illumination homepage. It rather just kind of goes into the abyss on the publication. So it'll still have the publication banner and stuff when people read it, but it doesn't get promoted because it was published so long ago. So my personal preference is that people put their articles in draft, or like Terry here, maybe go ahead and publish it, and then add it to the publication right away. And that way, there's only a gap, a short period of time. So this, when we publish it, in fact, we'll do this one right now, so that it'll pop up onto the home page at Illumination. So we'll open that. Got a kicker up here, looks great. Title looks great. Subtitle great. Photo, no photo. So another editor has looked at this one and said there's no caption, so we actually can't do this one. It's probably an author's photo, and so all we really need to do is have her say that. Nothing else problematic. Sorry for the quick scrolling. So it looks good other than that, but it looks like we can't publish it. So hopefully she'll add that real quick here, and we'll be able to do that. Let's see one that's, well, let's go ahead and just do mine, because we know it's good, because I know I have a caption under my photo. So same thing, title, kicker, subtitle, caption under the photo, just like we like to see. And like I said, I've already proofread this. It's a pretty long article, but it's ready to go. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit publish. It'll give me an option to review and make sure that the tags are there, which they are. And any time the author's added tags, we're not going to change those if they haven't added tags. We may put a few in there because it helps the article get categorized better on Medium and provides more viewability for readers. So publish now. It'll go off, and now it's official. It's out on the Medium platform. It's also included in the Illumination publication. So this is my article. So I would typically promote on Facebook, and as well as on some other social media. But the one thing I do for everybody, even if it's not my article, is I do promote it on Twitter. So I'll scoot this over. Whenever I'm editing, I keep this other Word document open that has links to guideline articles that the writers may need for reference in case. And here's this all-purpose caption that we use for people that haven't captioned their photos. The note we add, I just have that here so I can copy and paste it. The other thing I have here is all the Twitter tags that I want to add to an article when I publish on Twitter. So I just copy those real quick. We'll move that out of the way. I'm gonna click on my share with Twitter link. That pulls up the Twitter, and I just add those hashtags and and tags in there, and hit tweet, and then I'm done with it. So that's gone out as on Twitter, and I do that for everybody's article that I publish, not just mine. And so there we go, all done with that. And so then I just go back to the queue and I tackle the next one. That really is the process we go through. Oh, here's one more that, and as you're doing this, you'll see that when you come back, you'll find that the authors have added their stuff. So let's do this one really quick. This is brand new, just put in here. So hopefully it's all ready to go. We got a picture, we've got a proper caption. So it's taken by the, tells where it is, and it's taken by the author. So awesome. It's got a title. Doesn't need a subtitle, so that's okay. And looks like good format. Maybe um, a fiction piece. Maybe it looks like. So I'm gonna scroll through here. I don't see anything. Oh, looks like someone may have chosen to publish this one. Another editor's already in there, so looks like they're going to publish it. That's okay. So we'll just back out of here and we'll let them do that. And so that's the end of my video on behind the scenes, what it looks like when the volunteer editors at Illumination publish your writing. So thanks for following along. Appreciate it. And we will talk later.